Detective 420 Trial 1 Sportsman Dog Training Club of Detroit. So start line was right here. Had the little building inside. The Empire porch was in play. Hide number 1 was inaccessible. It was a birch behind the bench on the back side of the bench. A lot of people actually ate up a lot of time with their dog working it because they didn't know how to necessarily call it inaccessible, and it was right in the middle of the bench on the back side of kind of where my fingers point at. So that was hide number 1. Hide number 2 was only one hide in the inside. This building, the heater's running and it's pretty warm, so I chose to only put one hide because I was worried about odor just kind of blending together. So one hide, it was anise, and it was inside the shelving or rack unit, whatever you want to call that, right about where my finger's pointing, and it was one hide right there. So that was all that's inside. That odor actually, even though it was anise, it kind of drifted and held into that corner pretty well. It didn't do much anything other than blow into that corner. So then outside, there was a hide on that signboard on the bottom of the sign, and that actually was birch on the signboard, on the bottom of the signboard, and I had a little three-way like triangle. The next hide I had was cypress, and it was on the brown wall here, right where my finger's pulling. That odor did a really nice job of traveling towards the barrels, and a lot of dogs picked it up towards the barrels or picked it up on the corner. Then hide number 3 out here was an inaccessible, and it was clove underneath the bench, actually on the metal implement here. I'll get a better angle here, right there. So the interesting fact is the hide that was in the signboard up there blew and carried down and covered all of this implement stuff here, and a lot of dogs actually had to work this hide again to separate it off. A lot of it sometimes blew down and stuck to the lattice there, and dogs got a lot of information from that. And then I had all this space out here. You can kind of see the yellow dots go around, and this was actually all, there was nothing out here. It was just a blank space. A lot of handlers ate up a lot of time out here, thinking there had to be something out here because of big space, and they just ate up a lot of time out here. Had a pretty good high Q rate. There was a few no's here and there where people sold their dog on something, and overall it was actually a really fun trial.